The lubricious and astute erudite, comedian and podcaster Joe Rogan had some interesting mental ejaculations to rub on our Spotify heads about the recent death of former President Barack Obama personal chef death.
And I think
was the stepfather's last name.
Yeah, he was using his stepfather's last name.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense because everybody calls him Barry. His stepfather's last name's Satoro. That makes sense.
Hey, did you
But
see,
that's not his name.
Did you see with that chef too? With the calls from Brock's house, they won't release them. They're the only ones that are deleted.
Yeah, because they're making demon noises in the background.
It's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice.
And they're like, yeah, the chef drowned. It's really sad. It's like at the beginning of The Evil Dead when they read that book.
Yeah.
The demons come out of the forest. Who knows what happened? I mean, they probably don't want, if it is just them saying, oh my God, this guy died, and they probably don't want to be involved as much as they can not be involved. Like if you could just say you weren't here when the guy drowned, so no one has any questions. Yeah, we weren't here. I mean, maybe their security protects them from stuff like that, or maybe it's just like unless they get pushed, they're not going to answer any questions. Because why should they? Because it's just going to fuel the fire of conspiracy, and this is in the middle of an election cycle. And if it turns out there's a bunch of pizza gators who run around out there, a bunch of QAnoners who think that Barack Obama drowned his chef because his chef was his lover or something along the, it could be something crazy like that. Like I could see how some nutty conspiracy theorist would come up with some nonsense.
Yeah, people like that.
I lean towards how many times have we seen people drop? Now, how many did you see that soccer commentator the other day? He's sitting there with the microphone and just
live
fucking
on air,
pitches forward and falls. How many times? You have so many people that are just dropping.
LeBron's son.
There's a whole series. There's a video series of newscasters who just black out and fall down.
There's an Instagram page called @DiedSuddenlyWorldwide.
Oh yeah.
Died Suddenly Worldwide. Every day. There's a kid that dies of a heart attack suddenly. Everything's died suddenly.
Yeah.
My question is, what was it before the pandemic, though? Because we weren't paying attention to it. Was it still happening before?
Right. No. It definitely happens.
Yes.
It definitely happens.
Not at the same rate, though.
Not at the same rate. It happens occasionally.
How often did you see it in TV and sports?
Well, I've heard about people having heart attacks in jiu-jitsu. I heard about a few guys having heart attacks in jiu-jitsu.
Yes, it's happened before.
It's happened.
Yeah.
But it's rare.
Yeah.
It's super, super, super rare. Whereas, like, all three of us have trained for a long time, and we never saw anybody have a heart attack. I don't know anybody who saw anybody have a heart attack.
Never.
I do.
You do?
I do, yeah.
Who?
Someone in Australia. He was a 10th Planet guy.
How long ago?
5 years ago. Yeah.
Did he die?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's a bummer. But then,
Sucks, man.
there's
Sucks.
some people are just born with congenital heart
bad
issues. That's full legit. However, there's been an obvious uptick. An obvious uptick.
That was my only question. I don't know the stats. What was it before the pandemic? What is it now?
You would ask, Peter McCullough would be the guy to ask about that. Who's that cardiologist who has really stuck his neck out about all this stuff, about the damage that people have faced from the mRNA vaccines.
I heard some crazy from, who's the guy with the bow tie that's the vaccine patent expert? You know what I'm talking about? I forget his name. He's got
a patent expert.
The Peter guy?
No.
No, you don't mean Peter Hotez.
No.
No.
This guy's like, he's saying by 2028, there's gonna be like the United States is gonna another 50 million to 100 million people are gonna die in the next 5 years or so.
That's because of heart issues.
From the
all
shot.
kind of cancers and everything. Everything's up. Every kind of cancer's up. 400%, 5,000%. All these crazy. That's what he's saying. I don't know. It could be all. But I've never seen it. Like all the footage you see of people just dropping dead all over the place.
What is all
I've never
this
seen that before.
talk of turbo cancer? Why do I keep hearing that phrase, turbo cancer?
I don't know what that is.
Turbo slut?
No. Turbo cancer.
Red turbo slut?
Yeah, I do.
What's a turbo slut?
It's just a girl who's extra slutty. I made T-shirts of merch back in the day.
Yeah, well, how did that phrase come about? Like, where did that phrase come out?
Me and Brian were talking about something on the show, and I was like, she's a turbo slut.
Yeah, that was it.
And then I think it might have been on Companion. We were laughing so hard that I made merch.
Who is this? Who's fighting now? This is first fight of the main card.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and fellow lovers of the English language, I stand before you today to embark on a linguistic odyssey, an intellectual expedition into the realm of analysis and critique. Our subject of scrutiny is none other than the illustrious Joe Rogan and his recent discourse on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. In this captivating conversation, Rogan delves into a myriad of topics, including the untimely demise of a chef associated with the esteemed Barack Obama. Now, let us traverse the labyrinthine corridors of Rogan's ruminations and explore the depths of his ratiocination. He astutely observes that the chef's stepfather's last name was employed instead of his own, leading him to speculate that the chef was colloquially known as Barry. This conjecture, though seemingly innocuous, opens a Pandora's box of possibilities. Could it be that the chef's true identity was concealed to protect the delicate sensibilities of the Obama family? Or perchance, was it an attempt to obfuscate the chef's true connection to the former president? Rogan's contemplation, though speculative, is not without merit. Furthermore, Rogan ventures into the realm of the enigmatic, shedding light on alleged phone calls from Obama's abode that were mysteriously withheld from public scrutiny. He posits that these clandestine conversations may have been expunged due to peculiar background noises. One cannot help but ponder the motivations behind such actions. Could it be a desire to shield the Obama family from unwarranted intrusion? Or perhaps, a calculated move to avoid fanning the flames of conspiracy theories? Rogan's suppositions, though tinged with a hint of skepticism, are not devoid of reason. In his sagacious analysis, Rogan acknowledges the propensity of conspiracy theorists to concoct outlandish narratives. He humorously alludes to the preposterous notion of Obama drowning his chef due to an alleged romantic entanglement. While this notion may seem far-fetched to the discerning mind, it serves as a poignant reminder of the absurdity that can permeate the realm of conspiracy theories. Rogan's sympathetic stance towards the potential plight of the Obama family is commendable, as he recognizes the burden they may bear in navigating the treacherous waters of speculation. However, as we traverse the intricate tapestry of Rogan's ruminations, it is imperative that we maintain a balanced perspective. While his musings may captivate our attention and tickle our intellectual faculties, we must not lose sight of the fact that they are, at their core, conjectures. The human mind, in its ceaseless quest for answers, often finds solace in weaving narratives that may or may not align with reality. It is in this spirit that we approach Rogan's discourse, appreciating the entertainment value it provides while remaining cognizant of its speculative nature. The Joe Rogan Experience podcast, with its vast listenership and diverse range of guests, has emerged as a prominent platform in the realm of public discourse. Its influence extends far beyond the confines of a mere podcast, permeating the collective consciousness and shaping the narratives that dominate our socio-political landscape. To truly grasp the broader socio-political context surrounding the podcast, we must first examine its reach, audience demographics, and the consequences of Rogan's speculations. The podcast's reach is nothing short of remarkable. With millions of listeners tuning into each episode, Rogan's words reverberate across the digital realm, transcending geographical boundaries and ideological divides. This wide reach grants him a unique position of influence, allowing him to shape public opinion and steer the course of discourse on a myriad of topics. It is within this context that we must consider the potential consequences of his speculations. Conspiracy theories, a recurring theme in Rogan's discussions, hold a peculiar place in the annals of public trust, social cohesion, and political stability. These theories, often rooted in skepticism and suspicion, have the potential to erode public trust in institutions, sow seeds of discord within society, and even destabilize political systems. The impact of conspiracy theories on public trust cannot be understated, as they challenge the very foundations upon which trust is built. When individuals begin to question the veracity of information and doubt the intentions of those in power, the fabric of social cohesion begins to fray. Moreover, conspiracy theories can have far-reaching implications for political stability. In a society where conspiracy theories gain traction, the legitimacy of political institutions and leaders may come under scrutiny. This erosion of trust can lead to a loss of faith in the democratic process, potentially fueling social unrest and political upheaval. It is therefore imperative that we critically examine the broader implications of conspiracy theories, recognizing their potential to shape the socio-political landscape. To foster a more informed and critical approach to engaging with conspiracy theories, we must encourage a robust and nuanced public discourse. This entails promoting media literacy, encouraging fact-checking, and cultivating a healthy skepticism that is grounded in evidence and rationality. By equipping individuals with the tools to critically evaluate information and discern fact from fiction, we can mitigate the potential harm caused by the proliferation of conspiracy theories. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, let us applaud Joe Rogan for his ability to ignite our imaginations and provoke our thoughts. His analysis, though laced with a touch of skepticism, offers a unique perspective on the enigmatic circumstances surrounding the chef associated with Barack Obama. While we must exercise caution in accepting these conjectures as gospel truth, we can appreciate the intellectual exercise they provide. Let us continue to engage in spirited discussions, always mindful of the fine line between speculation and substantiated claims. For it is in the crucible of discourse that the flames of knowledge are stoked, illuminating the path towards a more enlightened understanding of the world around us.